Welcome to Dr. Poke, and today we are counting down our picks for the 10 Pokémon Video Game Battles. For this list, we are looking at some of the most memorable, frustrating, emotional, and iconic battles from the Pokémon games. We hope you brought your strongest team because these battles are not here to play fair. Number 10, Mirror B, Pokémon Colosseum and Pokémon X. Why is Mirror B on this list? 3 reasons: the afro, the outfit, the theme song. In a franchise filled with serious villains, evil teams, and world-ending plans, Mirror B feels completely different. And that is exactly why he is unforgettable. Pokémon Colosseum and Gale of Darkness are darker than most Pokémon games. Shadow Pokémon, criminal groups, and a heavier atmosphere make them stand out. Then, Mirror B appears and turns everything into a dance party. With his army of Ludicolo, ridiculous fashion, and one of the catchiest battle themes in the series, he becomes the kind of opponent you actually want to run into again. Is he the toughest battle ever? Not really, but he is one of the most memorable. Every time that music starts, you know things are about to get weird in the best possible way. Number 9, Whitney, Pokémon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. If you played Pokémon Gold, Silver, or Crystal, you probably remember Whitney, and not because she was easy. At first, she looks like just another gym leader. Then her Miltank shows up. That one Pokémon turned Whitney into one of the most infamous battles in the franchise. Rollout gets stronger every turn. Attract can completely ruin your momentum. Milk Drink keeps Miltank alive. And before you know it, your entire team is getting destroyed by a normal type Pokémon you probably underestimated. What makes this battle so memorable is how early it happens. You are still building your team, still figuring out Johto, and suddenly Whitney forces you to actually think. You cannot just mash attacks and hope everything works out. You need a strategy. Sure, it can be frustrating, but when you finally win, it feels like you truly earned that badge, even if Whitney cries afterward. Number 8, Ghetsis, Pokémon Black 2 and White 2. Ghetsis is one of those villains players love to hate, and beating him feels amazing. In Pokémon Black and White, he manipulates N, twists Team Plasma's message, and hides his true ambition behind a fake cause. Then in Black 2 and White 2, he returns even worse, more bitter, more dangerous, and still completely obsessed with control. This time, his plan involves Kyurem, which makes the stakes even higher. Ghetsis wants to use Kyurem's power to free Unova and take over by force. By the time you face him, this is not just another villain battle, this feels personal. His team is dangerous, but what makes the fight stand out is the character behind it. Ghetsis does not respect Pokémon, he uses them. That makes defeating him feel even more satisfying. Number 7, Rayquaza and Deoxys, Pokémon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Most Pokémon games end with a champion battle. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire decided to send you into space. The Delta episode gives players one of the most cinematic moments in the series. A meteor is heading toward Hoenn, and the only way to stop it is by catching Rayquaza. That is already huge. Rayquaza is one of the most iconic legendary Pokémon ever, and battling it as part of the main story makes the moment feel massive. But then the game goes even further. You ride Rayquaza into space. Rayquaza destroys the meteor, and just when it looks like the crisis is over, Deoxys appears. Out of nowhere, you are thrown into another legendary battle, back to back. No long break, no slow build-up, just Rayquaza, space, a meteor explosion, and then Deoxys. This is the kind of ending that feels more like a movie than a normal game sequence. Number 6, Lance and Clair. Pokémon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. One Dragon-type expert is already enough trouble. 2 of them is just cruel. After becoming strong enough in Johto, Heart Gold and Soul Silver give players a special double battle against Lance and Clair. And what makes it even better is that you team up with your rival. That alone makes the battle feel different. Your rival spends most of the game acting cold, aggressive, and obsessed with strength. But here, for once, you are fighting on the same side, and the opponents are no joke. Lance is a former champion. Clair is one of Johto's toughest gym leaders. Together they bring a brutal dragon-type team that can punish you fast if you are not ready. This battle works because it feels like a real test after everything you have gone through. It is not just about power, it is also about cooperation, and seeing your rival forced to work with you makes the whole fight even more memorable. Number 5. Giratina, Pokémon Platinum. Pokémon Platinum gave players one of the strangest moments in the series, the Distortion World. This place feels completely different from anything Pokémon had done before. Gravity is broken, platforms move in impossible ways, the whole world feels wrong, and waiting inside that twisted reality is Giratina. This is probably the closest the main games have ever come to horror. Giratina is not just standing in a cave waiting to be caught. It feels like something from another dimension, a ghost and dragon type living in a broken world. That alone makes the battle feel intense. The atmosphere does most of the work. By the time you reach Giratina, the game has built up so much tension that the fight feels bigger than a normal legendary encounter. Its origin form looks terrifying, and its connection to Cyrus and Team Galactic makes the battle feel important to the story. And if you did not save your Master Ball, good luck. Number 4. N Pokémon Black and White. N is not like other rivals. He is not trying to beat you just for bragging rights. He truly believes he is fighting for Pokémon. That is what makes him so interesting. Throughout Black and White, N challenges the way players think about the relationship between humans and Pokémon. He believes Pokémon should be separated from trainers. And even though he is misguided, he is not evil in the same way as many other antagonists. That makes the final battle hit harder. After N claims one of the legendary dragons, the game gives you the chance to capture the other. Then you face him as an equal. Legendary Dragon versus Legendary Dragon. The setup is incredible. This battle is not just about winning, it is about proving what your journey means. When you defeat N... Number 3. Champion Blue, Pokémon Red and Blue. Blue was annoying from the start. He picked the starter with the type advantage. He showed up at the worst times. He acted like he was always better than you. And of course, he never missed a chance to say, "Smell you later." For the entire game, Blue is the rival you want to shut up. Then you finally reach the Pokémon League. You defeat the Elite Four. You are ready to become champion, and then you find out Blue already got there first. Again, that twist instantly makes the final battle personal. This is not just about winning the title anymore. It is about taking it from him. When you finally defeat Blue, it feels incredibly satisfying. After all the arrogance, all the insults, and all the times he acted superior, you finally take the champion title for yourself. Number 2. Cynthia, Pokémon Diamond and Pearl. Cynthia does not seem terrifying at first. She is calm. Throughout Sinnoh, she guides you, helps with Team Galactic, and never really acts like someone you should fear. Then you challenge her, and suddenly, everything changes. Cynthia is remembered as one of the toughest champions in Pokémon, and for good reason. Her team is balanced, powerful, and ready to punish unprepared players. Spiritomb is difficult to deal with. Melodic can be a nightmare. Lucario hits hard. Roserade and Gastrodon cover plenty of threats. And then there is Garchomp. Cynthia's Garchomp became infamous. If you walked into this battle underleveled or without a plan, it could wipe out your entire team. The music, the team, and the sudden realization that you might not be ready all come together perfectly. Number 1. Red, Pokémon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Who could be tougher than the champion? The answer is simple: you. After defeating the Pokémon League in Johto and traveling through Kanto, players eventually reach Mount Silver. At the top, standing in silence, is Red, just the trainer you played as in Pokémon Red and Blue, waiting for one final battle. That alone makes the encounter unforgettable. Red represents your past journey. He is the player character who conquered Kanto and became something almost mythical by the time you find him again. Then the battle starts. His team is terrifying. Pikachu, Espeon, Snorlax, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. It is not just a strong team, it is a direct reminder of the original games. And if you are not prepared, Red will destroy you. His Pokemon are incredibly high level, and the setting makes everything feel even more serious. It is quiet, difficult, surreal, and one of the coolest final battles Pokemon has ever created. That is why Red takes the #1 spot. Which Pokemon video game battle do you think should have been number 1? Let us know below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to help us keep creating more Pokemon videos. Thanks for watching.